Now you have this Congresswoman Crockett who is calling for attacks on Elon Musk on her birthday. She needs to tread very carefully.
Just in case the slow people listening decide to clip this up later, I just want to say that I have never promoted violence whatsoever.
A few moments later.
But like, it's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard.
And we are back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know, it helps us out a ton, and it only takes just a flick of the finger on your part. Now, y'all, yesterday we made a video about Jasmine Crockett. She had asked for Elon Musk to be taken out or taken down for her birthday, and it sounded like a call to violence. But soon thereafter, she said, hey, just want to be clear, I'm not talking about anything violent. Well, after that, Pam Bondi, the nation's attorney general, she said, hey, look, you are a sitting lawmaker. You can't be making these calls, even if you do follow it up saying, I don't want to see violence. It sounded like you were saying something violent, so you need to tread carefully. Well, Jasmine Crockett shot back, y'all. We're going to take a look at that here shortly. But before we do, maybe a little bit of my opinion, y'all. You know, I've been seeing a lot of people on the Democratic side saying that they like Jasmine Crockett because she's a fighter. Oh, man, y'all. This is the best we have, y'all. This is the best we have this is the best we have in the country to represent us, y'all. We have 500 and some odd people to be our Congress people. And Jasmine Crockett is one of the best people. This is the best we can find in the United States of America. So just keep that in mind as you watch this, y'all. Let's take a look.
New today, a direct message from Attorney General Pam Bondi to a sitting member of Congress for comments about Elon Musk. Let's take a listen.
Now you have this Congresswoman Crockett who is calling for attacks on Elon Musk on her birthday. Let's take him out on my birthday, she says. And yet she turns and says, oh, I'm not calling for violence. Well, she is an elected public official. And so she needs to tread very carefully because nothing will happen to Elon Musk. And we're going to fight to protect all of the Tesla owners throughout this country, and it's this basic safety.
Joining me now is Texas Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, vice-ranking member on the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform and ranking member of the House Oversight Committee. Congresswoman, pardon me. It's always good to see you, my friend. And I'm going to say, I was looking at you on the monitor while you were listening to Pam Bondi. You seem to be not fazed at all. The Attorney General there, though, is telling you to tread carefully. I'm curious your response, and have some of these protests at Tesla dealerships gone too far?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to say that I participated in a Tesla takedown. That is the name of the website. And it was all about this large protest that they're calling for. And this is a nonviolent protest that they're calling for. And in fact, when I was on there, which is why the Attorney General had to say that I wasn't calling for violence, and it's ridiculous that I even have to say something like that. But because they are trying to twist our words, one of the things that I told people to do is make sure you are adhering to the laws in your area. Make sure you know what it looks like to protest and to be able to raise your voices and to exercise your constitutional right to free speech. And what we see is that they want to dull our free speech rights. They want to make sure that those that are participating in the press, because we saw that there have been recent attacks specifically on this news organization, they want y'all to kind of tamp down what you say and hopefully buy into the lies instead of going out there and just telling the truth. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see that Elon Musk, that his money as it relates to Tesla, well, Tesla's tanking right now. And I'm okay with that. So just in case the slow people listening decide to clip this up later, I just want to say that I have never promoted violence whatsoever.
The best of the best, people. This is the best we have, y'all, in the United States of America. People of Texas, this is the best that you have to put forth for us to represent your interests in Congress. Now, shortly after, I'm not sure when this next clip comes from. It was also uploaded yesterday. Now, I know she's probably speaking figuratively, but is it really a good look that a U.S. congressperson, the best of the best from Texas, can't get her point across without getting people confused as to whether or not she's calling for violence? Let's take a look.
How do you win elections in Texas as a Democrat? What do you do? Especially statewide, but
I think that you punch. I think you punch. I think you're okay with you okay with punching. You know, I think and I love Colin, and I think towards the end he started to punch a little harder. But like, it's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head like hard, right? Like, there is no niceties with him. Like, at all. Like, you go clean off on him, right? And I think that there are even, you know, people believe that, I don't know what people believe, but I can tell you the truth is that I get emails from independents, Republicans, and Democrats. I get Republicans that call the office. I get people that say, listen, we don't necessarily agree with you on everything, but we support you.
Y'all, if you listen to any of the Democratic voices, they love this lady. They love Jasmine Crockett. And I'll be honest, y'all, I thought that Jasmine Crockett had a lot of potential. I thought she would probably see how she's being perceived in the national media. I thought she might turn it down or tone it down. I thought she would understand that maybe there's a moment for her, that there are not any good young Democratic voices out there, and that she is able to get her name out there and her face out there and to get people to pay attention to her. And I thought she would understand that she's being perceived as a certain type of person, that she's fitting a stereotype perfectly. And I thought she would maybe look in the mirror and say, hold up, if I tone it down, I can still be authentic, I can still be me, but I might be able to really go somewhere. I might be able to go far with this if I tone this whole thing down a little bit. I thought that's what might happen, right? So I was a little hopeful, right? I don't know where she stands on the issues, frankly, and maybe she doesn't either, because in this same interview, she said she hasn't even introduced any legislation. Matter of fact, let's take a look at that real quick, and then I'll come back and continue with my rant.
Session, some of your goals. Is there anything you're trying to pass? How much of it is going on offense? How much of it is going on defense, trying to stop the Republicans?
Trying to pass? No. I should probably be a better politician and tell you, yes, we've got all this amazing legislation that I can absolutely imagine Donald Trump signing into law, and I'm just not gonna lie. I think that right now it is about preserving our basics and getting back some of the norms that make sure that people have food on the table, the norms that make sure that people aren't going through any extra layer of stress when it comes to figuring out education for their kids. So right now, I can tell you that unfortunately, I am not working towards very much that I would consider being the progress train.
So I really didn't know where she stood on any of the issues. I know she's on the Democratic side of things, but also know that when people have national aspirations, they tend to moderate and tone it down. So I thought maybe Jasmine Crockett would do that, right? Because a person who's seeing that they have this opportunity, many people would say, hold up. Like, look at Gavin Newsom. He's trying to do it now. It's probably too late for him, right? But Jasmine Crockett is relatively new on the national stage, and she's really just playing. She's a walking, talking stereotype. Like, that's exactly what she is. And I thought she would say, hold up, you know what? I don't want to be perceived this way. You know, this isn't gonna help. Maybe she still will, but you know, every time I see her, she's leaning more and more into that stereotype, and I don't think it serves her. I don't think the fact that she's doing this serves her constituents. She said herself she hasn't even introduced any legislation, but people love her because somehow they think she's a fighter. So anyway, y'all, I want to know what you all think. Let me know down in the comments, but before you do, please stop, hit the share button, share this video out with somebody, put in their Facebook, their text message, email, put in their Instagram, Snapchat, or all the social mediums, and just share it out to everybody you know, right? Ask those people, what do you think? What do they think about Jasmine Crockett? We get to have an opinion, y'all, because even though she represents her district in Texas, she's on the national stage. She's on every talk show running her mouth, so we get to talk about her. And y'all, of course, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. I want to thank y'all for watching. Let you know that I love y'all. And click on this next video. Go watch this video. It's on our other channel. Show some love to the other channel as well. Thank y'all. Love y'all. And catch you back in the next one.